Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corp, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, insurance agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac.
Welcome in, everybody, as a Thursday night edition of Anahuac Sports Live brings you the Anahuac Panthers and the Tarkington Longhorns as from A.L. Nelson Stadium on the campus of Tarkington High School, we bring you tonight's broadcast. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart here midway atop the catbird seat as we are sitting in the bleachers. We are of the people tonight, and tonight is going to be an interesting contest between two teams who haven't met expectations so far this year. Anahuac has to win to have a chance to move on to the playoffs here in the Texas high school playoff.
Well, when you talk about being halfway up the catbird seat, it's technically that. We're about 10 foot off of ground level. And as you said, of the people, by the people, and for the Panthers tonight, as far as the Panthers are concerned and meeting those expectations, no, they haven't. The way things have shaked out this year, the Panthers have got to win tonight. And they've got to pray and hope for a Buna loss as they take on Hardin for their last district game of the season. So everything rides on this game and rides on that game over there in Hardin.
And the reason why it's come down to that is, well, there's a multitude of reasons, but most recently, the last time that the Panthers had taken the field, they were taking on Buna, and did not have one of their best ball games as the offense really just couldn't get it into gear.
Right, and offensively, you're right. I mean, it just couldn't get it in a rhythm. We've talked about this offense trying to get in rhythm game after game. We've seen spurts of brilliance out of this offense, the Kirbyville game being one of them. Kirbyville ended up first in the district, beating Orangefield last week, which I pretty much said most of the season that Kirbyville had the talent and the willpower to beat Orangefield, and that's exactly what happened. For second place in this district, Orangefield and East Chambers are going to be battling it out over tonight, as all three district games are being played here on a special edition Thursday night of Texas high school football. I'm assuming it has to do with Tasso referees being available as we get closer and closer to the playoffs, and these last bit of district games having more of an impact on district standings, as we get in. So it's, it all comes down to this. We're we're here. I'm sure the Panthers want to get things and, going early and just not sit back on their heels, especially when it comes to the offense and trying to get the run game established. But I think we're going to see a bunch of different looks out of the Panthers here tonight.
Want to thank Turn 2 Specialty Companies for tonight's sponsorship of the truncated pregame show, as we were not aware of the setup was going to be up here. So got on a little bit later than normal, but we do appreciate Turn 2 Specialty Companies
Absolutely
for sponsoring this pregame show. As for the offense for the Panthers, obviously the junior Logan Trotter has been at the helm all year, and his stats have gone back and forth, but still in the middle of the district.
Yeah, he is in the middle. He's sitting third as a passer right now, 94 of 176, 4 interceptions, 1,244 yards through the air. He's got a completion percentage of 534. He has 16 touchdowns. We've seen that passer rating kind of slip down. I didn't do the calculation. It wasn't able to do the graphics this week as we were on a short week, but I'm sure he's right hovering around that 100 passer rating mark, and then you get into the receiving part of things, and that's where some of these players are shining. Quandre Coates, the number 1 receiver out of the tight end position, 33 catches, 517 yards, 15.6 average. He's got 8 touchdowns, his longest going for 55, and then you've got Talon Cunningham working from the outside. He has 28 catches, 330 yards, and just over 11 yards average and 3 touchdowns.
So, the offense, it started off the season so well, and then we went into the East Chambers game, and, we kind of saw a decline there and just haven't seen that spark get back. But, part of that has been the running game, as Thomas Delo started really hot in the first few games. The running yards, as the defenses have keyed in on him, have become harder and harder each game.
Right, and that's going to happen. Thomas Delo is more of a short down back if you really look at it. He's not more of a down-to-down back, but that's what the Panthers have had to make him be this season. So far, Thomas has got, and let me get over to the rushing, he's got 125 carries for 739 yards, almost 6 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns. But we've also seen, Garrett Dye getting involved in the backfield. We even saw Quandre Coates last week get a few touches as well. I think we're going to see some mix of personnel here tonight as well. I'm sure Cannon Wilson's going to get some carries and maybe even some surprises we'll see back there outside of Richardson too.
Yeah, you've got to pull out all the stops when it's a game that you have to win to have a chance to continue on for your season. Looking at the defensive side of the football, especially for this team, the defensive leader for the Panthers has been Tyler Kelly all year long.
Absolutely has. I mean, he's got 6 sacks. He's got 74 solo tackles, 29 assists, which gives him a total of 103 tackles on the year, 16 of those for a loss, and he has hit the quarterback more times than anybody in the district. 14 times he's gotten in the backfield and put a hit on a quarterback. So, I mean, he is leading this team in a lot of different categories when it comes to this defense. When it comes to the pass breakups and the interceptions part of the equation, I'm looking to see if I've got a number for that, and I do. Talon Cunningham's got 2. Cole Willis, of course, had 1 early in the season. Baylor Lamferman, Oscar Garza, and KJ Moore's all got 1, totaling for 6 interceptions. And this team, they've been able to force, turnovers on the offense quite often. But last week against Buna, we saw that they got in the backfield often, making Buna make mistakes. And if they want to see success tonight, they're going to have to play that aggressively against this Tarkington Longhorn team, while also at the same time trying to find something to get going on the offense.
No, in fact, one of the people that we've mentioned a lot has been Quandre Coates, as he has been able to bat the ball down at will whenever he's been able to get towards the quarterback. Another name that we've mentioned here the last few weeks has been Dylan Derryberry.
Absolutely.
He's been able to get into the backfield and get some sacks there. Of course, you said Garrett Dye running the football. Garrett Dye on the defensive side as well has been spearheading the offense along with Kelly.
Yeah, and along with Baylor Lamferman as well. Baylor Lamferman's got 84 tackles. You mentioned Dye. He's got 61. Brooks Henneke has got 43. Jason Nelson, he's another one that has done really well on the defensive side this year. He's got 31. But Dylan Derryberry, I mean, he's been able to get to the quarterback often, hitting him 9 times. Out of the top 5 players, as far as getting to the quarterback, Anahuac dominates that. Where we talked about Tyler Kelly earlier, coming in second is Quandre Codes, as you mentioned earlier, been able to get back there and bat the ball away quite a few times. Then Dylan Derryberry, and Ezekiel Frere.
So we're going to take our first time out here of the Turn 2 Specialties Company pregame show, as we'll be back with the player introductions and the national anthem, as we'll return after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, insurance agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Turn 2 Specialty Companies pregame show. Definitely want to thank Turn 2 Specialty Companies for sponsoring the pregame show here tonight. Alex, I mean, we talked about Anahuac and their offense and their defense. We don't have much on Tarkington as far as their team stats or their overall standing as far as stats go, but they are 1-4 in district, 4-5 overall. They did lose to Buna in a nail biter last week, where they kicked a go-ahead field goal in the fourth quarter with, I think, just over a minute to go. And then Tarkington kicks it off, kind of a pooch kick into around the 40-yard line. Buna's able to return that to about the 55 or 50 or the 45 or the 46. Here I go again with these numbers. 45 or the 46-yard line, and then Buna was able to march down the field 54 yards, 1.5 seconds left into the ball game, and Buna able to throw a pass into the corner of the end zone to win it. And it was a great game to watch. Even though we didn't get to see that last night because of the awesome camera work of NFHS cameras, but that wasn't a knock at all. But Buna, you could tell Buna really, they knew what was on the line in that game. I'm sure they know what's on the line versus Hardin. Hardin not winning a game in district so far. But you can't help but hope and wonder if Hardin is hungry and might pull off an upset over there.
Well, and talking about the close games that Tarkington has been in, Tarkington opened up district play against Hardin and just eked out a victory, 27-26, to open up district play. And one of the topics we've brought up almost every broadcast has been that this district no one really pulled away.
No.
It was going to be a toss-up every single week where it just mattered, the way the cards fell and who was able to defeat who on a particular Friday night.
Yeah, and I fully expected, I said this in the 5-9 Sports Show podcast this week, that we fully expected for there to be a three-way tie in this district. We just expected that Anahuac would be involved with that three-way tie. Instead, it ended up being Orangefield, Kirbyville, and East Chambers. Kirbyville being that ultimate sleeper team this year. Nobody was really paying attention to them in the preseason, but they busted into the district, and made some noise. The only loss coming to East Chambers, right? Yes. As the
And the Panthers take the field.
As if you didn't know. So, as the Panthers take the field, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go live down on the field as we get set for the player introductions, the coin flip, and, of course, our national anthem prior. So reminding everybody that we are in the visiting stands. I mean, we're surrounded on each side by fans. Of course, the familiar sound of the Kelly's horn as the Panthers came onto the field just now. So we're not going to guarantee that you can hear us the entire time, but we're going to have fun with it anyway, aren't we?
Absolutely. That's what Thursday night football on this edition is for.
Well, whenever you're in a six-man type stadium, that's what you got to deal with.
So we are going to go to the national anthem.
For truth, remain hard and tone, and may we give all the glory and stand back to you.
Amen. If you would remain standing and direct your attention to the flagpole behind the scoreboard. Tonight, members of the Tarkington FFA will be raising the American flag. Representing the Tarkington FFA officer team are Jerry Stoneberger and Reva Mosley. At this time, the Tarkington Thundering Horns Band will play the national anthem.
Tarkington High School band with the national anthem tonight. And the captains are getting set to meet at midfield. Good turnout here by the Anahuac faithful.
We're going to hear them all night long.
Sports.
Here, captains tonight for the Longhorns: Tanner Johnson, the quarterback, the senior; Carson Jones, the senior running back, Brandon Pitty, the senior fullback, and Nathan Wells, the senior fullback as well. Captains for the Panthers include Garrett Dye, Tyler Kelly, Quandre Coates, and Brooks Henneke. Coin flip going on at midfield. Anahuac has won the toss and will receive the opening kickoff to tonight's ball game. So that's going to close out the Turn 2 Specialty Company's pregame show as we are set here for kickoff from A.L. Nelson Stadium on the campus of Tarkington High School. As Greg Neese likes to do whenever he wins the coin toss, he wants to take the ball and try to establish the offensive side of the football first.
Well, and they're going to have to really quickly decide to try and, make a statement here and not, they got to control the clock, Alex. They got to keep their offense on the football field, which they haven't been able to do the last few games out. The defense have been staying out there a little bit too long. So we'll see what kind of adjustments that the Panthers. Now you got me, or you're muted. I forgot you're on channel 2 right now. So, but as they get set, Tarkington does have a really good kicker. Punched one in from I think it was around 43 yards last week against Buna. As that is Brett Leinert. Number four.
So Leinert has it teed up at the Longhorn 40 as we are getting set for tonight's ball game. Gets underneath it. It's going to be an onside kick. Quandre Coates is going to jump on it. And the Panthers are going to start in pretty good field position, opening at their own 49-yard line.
Well, good job by Quandre Coates hauling the football in and just falling down on it. The Panthers will start it at the 49. Not having the clock on the scoreboard tonight. Scoreboard being brought to you by Swampy Insurance Agency. You can give them a call, 409-267-3115.
Trotter under center is going to pitch back to De La O across midfield. He's going to fight his way forward. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on the carry. Should bring up 2nd down and 2.
Quickly back to the line now.
Back under center. De La O, the lone setback. He's going to get the 1st down and more. He's going to get pushed forward to about the 34. That's going to be another pickup of 8. First down of the ball game.
And it looks like the Panthers are definitely getting something going here as far as establishing the run early, but back to pass now.
Sets back, looking for Coates downfield, and Coates is going to have it complete at the 5-yard line. 34-yard pass and catch.
We'll go back to it here in just a little bit, but hurry back to the line. They're going to do it quick.
Trotter under center, 2 wide. De La O, the lone setback, gets the pitch right side, looking for the corner of the end zone, and is going to be in the end zone. Touchdown from 5 yards out. 4 plays into the ball game, the Panthers have hit pay dirt.
And what a way to set the tone for the Anahuac Panthers there.
With 10:53 remaining, Garza puts up the point after, and it is good. So 10:53 remaining here in the first quarter. The Panthers jump out to a quick start. Your score, Panthers 7, Longhorns nothing. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need a long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get that lot cleared and build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call today for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc.
And welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live. The Postal Services replay for the one that set up the Panther touchdown as Trotter sets back and gets underneath it. And in tight coverage with Quandre Coates putting it in inside the 5. And that's what set up the Thomas Delao touchdown. And the score, Anahuac on top early, 7-0.
Jonas Texum has the ball teed up at the Panther 40. That's because I am yelling.
Yeah, we're trying to stay above the crowd noise and the band because we are right here on top of all of them.
Texum gets into it. End over end kick is going to fall about the 20, across the 25-30, makes a move,
hard,
and is going to be taken down at the 35. Looks like they'll give him the 36.
Braden Edmonds able to get there and bring him down, but pretty good field position for the Tarkington Longhorns as they'll get a shot at it on their first possession of the football game.
That last drive, 4 plays, took 1:07 off the clock. The Panthers drove 41 yards, and it was a 5-yard rushing touchdown for Thomas Delao. The point after was good, making your score 7-0 on your Swanky Insurance scoreboard.
Saw Tarkington passing the football quite a bit in the pregame. We'll see what they do here.
So from the 36, out of the gun, handoff, pitch
Flea
back,
flicker.
is going to get it away, and it's going to fall incomplete. In on the pressure, Tyler Kelly.
And we talked about Tyler getting to the quarterback often, and he does it again there. Definitely an all-district favorite as a middle linebacker.
So with the incompletion, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. As Evans is going to offset Johnson, sends a man in motion. Johnson out of the gun, fakes it, is going to keep it himself, picking up positive yardage, and he's going to get met by Quandre Coates and drop at the 42. That's going to be a pickup of 6, and we'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Okay, so they're hearing us yell and no crowd noise. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me see if I can get some
crowd noise.
Let me see if I can get some a little bit here.
We'll try to stop yelling then.
Yeah.
3rd down and 4. Johnson out of the gun. Offset by Evans. Evans gets the handoff. He's met at the line of scrimmage and dropped for no gain. We'll bring up 4th down.
I'm trying to keep up with everything. It's 4th down and what? 4? Going all over the place here.
And it does look like the punting unit will be coming on for the Longhorns here.
You got to be aware of the fake. They've already tried an onside kick tonight.
Leinert back to handle the punting duties, standing at his own 30. Set deep, Brooks Henneke. And that punt almost blocked as Derryberry got in there. Punt is going to come to a rest at the 20-yard line, and that is where the Panthers will set up shop for their 2nd possession here of the first quarter.
Well, the Panthers if it's any clue to what Greg Neese is trying to do tonight, he's going to keep it short and sweet, trying to hurry up to the line, get as many plays off as possible, and I expect no less out of this next possession.
Panthers looking to make it 2 straight drives with points. Have to drive a little bit farther here on this drive. 9:13 remaining in the first quarter. Out of the gun, handoff. Delao straight up the gut. Is going to pick up a couple. We'll bring up 2nd down and 8, I think.
21, Brandon.
Our sidelines are not very good.
Well, no, they're not, and it's the yardage markers are down on the visiting side where we're at, and we're not very high up, so it's hard to tell.
Dalo off left tackle.
It's going to get to the 25.
That's going to be a pickup of 4. Should bring up 3rd down and 5. Four. 3rd down and 4. Excuse me. Panthers' first 3rd down here of the ball game. Did not have to encounter it on the first drive. Trotter sets back, looking for Coach, now rolling, has room, looking for the sideline, is going to get the first down, and will get out of bounds after a pickup of what appears to be 7.
Well, good decision there by Trotter to tuck it and run. He knew where he had to get for the first down. No one to throw to on that play, so a heads-up decision there by Logan to get the first down.
4th first down of the first quarter for the Panthers. Toss to Richardson around the right side.
Flag down.
Is going to pick up some yardage, but like you said, there is some laundry on the turf, and it is in the vicinity of holding.
I think that's exactly what it's going to be. We'll see if we actually get, signs for indications on what the calls are tonight.
I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Personal foul. Clipping.
Oh, that one hurt. But at least, we got a sign. It's just toward the other way. Last week, we were just getting, there was a penalty and who it was on, but no explanation of what it was. Cold Spring Trojans got a taste of that action last week as well.
Beggars can't be choosers, Trent. Clock stopped with 7:59 remaining. First down and 25 for the Panthers. Nice chilly night here from Tarkington.
25, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, first down and 25. Ball is marked back at the 20. Yep. Line to achieve is the 45. 2 backs behind Trotter under center. It's going to go to Dalo. There's going to be a scrum after about a pickup of 4. 6 carries.
5.
6 carries, 32 yards for Thomas Dalo so far. Going to bring up 2nd down and 20.
Okay, they did only 4. Don't forget, there's a scoreboard to our left over here.
Trotter back under center. Wilson and Dalo behind them. Takes the handoff. Looking downfield. Has Wilson. Cuts a 35-40. Down the sideline he goes. Cuts it back upfield.
Still on his feet.
The tackle. Across midfield. Down he goes. All the way down to the 25.
And there's Camden Wilson, and he was juggling it a little bit as he was trying to haul the football in. Able to, and I mean, it was a foot race, made a cutback toward midfield, and they're back to the line already.
49 yards on the completion to Wilson. Handoff, Dalo, straight up the gut. Is going to pick up a couple. This one goes to Wilson. Wilson's going to pick up a couple more. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
The Panthers moving so quickly, it's hard to keep up on the computer here.
It is. Even on my stats. 3rd down, going around right here.
First.
Is going to get enough for the first down. Needed 5, got 7. But I didn't see who it was.
Well, we saw this hurry-up offense used very effectively against Buna for a series. And, it's a wonder why we haven't seen it more up until this point.
It was.
Yeah, it was Thomas Dalo on the carry.
8 carries, 42 yards for Dalo. Quick toss, left side to Coates is going to fall incomplete. That'll bring up second down and 10.
Just a little too quick and out of the reach of Quandre over there here on the near side. As Edmonds was over there going to provide a block for him. And if he would have caught it, there was a gap over here. He probably would have made it into the end zone nonetheless. Incompletion. Bring up second down and 10.
Panthers moving right to left. 5:52 with the clock stopped here in the first quarter. Looking to put more points on the board. Trotter looks left, throws left, has Edmonds across the 5, finding his way forward into the end zone.
Looking for a sign. He's down.
No, they're calling him down short of the line.
Oh, what a heartbreaker there for Edmonds, as I'm sure he was just dying for his first touchdown of the year.
13 yards brings up first and goal from the 1. Velo, the lone setback. Trotter under center. Pitch left. Velo into the end zone from a yard out. Touchdown, Panthers.
So the Panthers once again striking quickly. We'll go to the replay after the PAT here as the kick is up.
And it looks like Garza pushed it.
Yeah,
He
pushed it
pushed
to
it
the
right.
right.
So with 5:36 remaining in the first quarter, your new score, Anahuac leads Tarkington 13-0. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com.
And welcome back to Tarkington High School, where the Anahuac Panthers lead the Longhorns 13-0 with 5:36 left in the first quarter. I want to give a quick shout out to Grandma Mona from Tristan and Thomas and Bladen. I want to thank so much for the Delaos and family for tuning in each and every week and be a proud supporter of Anahuac Sports Live and Panther Athletics.
11-play drive eats up 334. Panthers drive 80 yards. De La O hits pay dirt from a yard out. The point after was no good. Your new score, Anahuac 13, Tarkington 0 on your Swanky Insurance scoreboard. Texham has it teed up at the Panther 40. Longhorns looking to start their second possession here of the first quarter. High kick is going to come down to about the 27, across the 40-45. Oh, upended.
There's Tyler Kelly again, going for the legs, but nonetheless, the Tarkington Longhorns will get pretty good field position here as the ball is spotted at the 45.
First down and 10 from the Longhorn 45. 5:31 remaining here in the first quarter.
That was a close one, as you almost lost the phone down in these six-man bleachers.
It was Johnson. Is going to hand off to Evans, straight up the middle,
Still
fighting his way forward, is going to get to midfield.
Still not, whistle's not blown. They're going to give him forward progress.
To the 49. That's going to
Yeah.
be a pickup of 6.
They let that play go for a while.
Sure did. That was odd. He got across midfield, then was pushed back, and the referee just stood there.
Yeah.
Pick under 5 minutes remaining here. Second down and 4. Johnson out of the gun, offset to his left by Wells. Tarkington moving left to right. Johnson's going to keep it himself. It's going to pick up enough for the first down. after a pickup of 8.
Now the Tarkington Longhorns starting to find their footing.
But that's good for
First down of the ball game for the Longhorns. Into Panther territory now at the 40, well, in between the 41 and the 42.
Looking to see if we can't get an update out of Hardin.
Johnson back out of the gun, sends a man in motion. Fakes the pitch, end around is going to be Red in the backfield. Brooks Henneke is going to stop him for
no gain, it looks
no
like.
gain. That went to Galvan. His first carry of the ball game brings up 2nd down and 10.
It does look like Buna has jumped out 8-0 in the first quarter there in Hardin.
It's a game we're keeping an eye on tonight with Buna and Hardin.
No doubt about it.
Needing Hardin to pull off the upset. 2nd and 10. Johnson under immense pressure. It's going to be intercepted by Garrett Dye, and he's going to take it to the house. 30, 20, 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
What a great play by Garrett Dye to keep concentration on that football, hauling it in and getting the Panther touchdown.
Johnson tried to connect with Galvan. Chip drill. Garrett Dye came down with it, broke the tackle, and took it in for a pick 6.
We're definitely going to take another look at that one as we go to the Coastal Field Services replay. And keep an eye on Garrett Dye over here to the near side. Tiff keeping the concentration, pulling it in, and going all the way for the pick 6.
Took it 55 yards. And now the Panthers look like they're going to go for 2 to get back what they missed on the last point after. And looks like some miscommunication on the field.
Ouch.
Greg Neese is going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:23 remaining in the first quarter. Your score, 19-0.
Want to know Anahuac's best kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics.
Welcome back to A.L. Nelson Stadium as the Panthers get back to their 2-point conversion. Out of the gun is going to be Trotter, sends Wilson in motion, rolling left, looking back right, looking for Coach, has them in the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
So we're going to keep it here. See if I can't. Let me know on, give me a text or get into the chat. Let us know if you're hearing the crowd mic. I turned it on. We feel like we've got to yell because we're so close quarters with the Anahuac faithful here and the band to our right. So we almost feel like we have to yell to get over everybody. So just let us know in the chat or give us a text. Let us know if you can hear. I have turned it on. However, let's go take a look back at the Pick 6 replay brought to you by Coastal Field Services. Garrett Dye to the near side down here. Keep an eye on him as he comes over, reads that play perfectly, gets a hand on it, hauls it in, and takes it all the way in for 6. And nobody was going to touch him as he got into there. Can just hear us.
Okay. So Texum has it teed up at the Panther 40. Now from the near hash. Panthers moving right to left. as he is going to get into it. End over end kick is going to fall to about the 13, put on the turf, picked up across the 20, across the 25, and is going to get dropped there. Tyler Kelly laying the wood again. Line of scrimmage is going to be the Longhorn 27. 3:16 remaining here in the first quarter. Senior Tanner Johnson brings his football team back onto the field. Senior night here in Tarkington. Panthers ruining that so far. Evans, handoff, left side, is going to pick up what appears to be 3, brings up second down and 7. 3 carries for 9 yards for Nathan Wells so far. Second down and 7 from the 30. Longhorns go single receiver. Handoff Evans trying to go around the right side. He's a big boy. He's going to pick up, looks like 4. Brings up third down and 2.
He is a big body. There's another tall guy over there in the tight end position for Tarkington as well. Tarkington having to move up to 4A. Flags going down. Free play for Tarkington, I believe.
That's going to be knocked away by KJ Moore.
Yeah, KJ Moore getting a hand on it, but we'll see what the flags are about. I don't know if the Panthers were offsides or if there was an illegal motion on Tarkington or not.
Offsides is the initial call. So that 5 yards will convert the first down for the Longhorns and bring up first down and 10 from the Longhorn 39. .209 remaining here in the first quarter. Johnson out of the gun, offset to his left by Wells. Sends a man in motion. Takes the pass, takes it himself. Straight up the middle, and it's going to be dropped at the 45. Jason Nelson coming in from the safety position to make the tackle.
It was a good fake there by Tarkington's quarterback. Everybody jumped on it a little bit. And it was a gain of 6, so 4 yards to get to the first down.
3 carries, 20 yards for Tanner Johnson so far. Second down and 6.
Oh, crispy in the air tonight.
That it is.
No wind, thank goodness.
And looking to time it, and he did time it right on the button. Tyler Kelly coming through the line of scrimmage and dropping him in the backfield. Across the floor. Brings up third down and 7.
It's kind of fun being down here amongst the fans because you get to hear all of it. And we got the Kellys to our left, we got Judge Hatfield to our right, and then of course the Dello family down in front, and Mr. Willis here too also. So we're getting all kinds of good crowd noise, even though y'all might not hear it. We certainly do.
Third down and 8 officially. Johnson rolls right, looking downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Johnson's yet to connect.
Brings up another fourth down for Tarkington.
Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah.
Want to thank Anahuac National Bank for sponsoring tonight's first quarter of play. 801 Ross Sterling. Reach him at 409-267-3106. anbank.net. Leinart back to handle the punting duties. back at his 30-yard line. High snap, gets it down,
Almost
and
lost again.
gets it back. Derryberry putting the pressure once more. This ball is going to take a Longhorn bounce and is going to come to rest at about the 21-yard line of the Panthers.
And the way that this Panther offense is firing on all cylinders, especially in the run game, I mean, 80 yards should be a problem at this point.
So 19 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
And Tyler Kelly checking into the game on offense. This is one of the surprise formations that we were talking about in the pregame that might occur tonight. So we'll see what they do to use him on the offensive side of the football.
So it looks like Kelly's going to be out of the tight end position. Pistol formation for the Panthers. Delo lined up behind Trotter, fakes the handoff. Throw's going to go to Coates. Coates is going to head towards the sideline. It's going to get knocked out of bounds. We'll see where they marked it.
Close to the first down, maybe a yard shy.
Yep, I think you're right. Pick up a 9. That puts Trotter over the century mark.
We got a referee's timeout on the field as they are confirming that it was not a first down. They are moving it. It is 1st and 10 Panthers.
All right. 7th first down of the first quarter for the Panthers. Clock stopped with 9 seconds. Trotter under center. Delo, the lone setback. Pitch left. Delo fighting his way forward. It's going to pick up good yardage. Looks like he's going to pick up about 7, and that will bring the first quarter to an end.
A quick one.
After your
change.
First quarter of play, the Panthers are all over the Longhorns, 21-0, as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Gore Propane, family owned and operated by Jimmy and Renee Gore, has been servicing Chambers and surrounding counties since 1998. Gore Propane is the go-to company for all your propane needs, offering competitive pricing, tank sales, lease, residential and commercial propane sales, and bottling. They also offer automatic route and will call propane delivery for your convenience. Senior and veterans discounts available. Call Gore Propane today at 409-389-2245.
Come back to the second quarter of play, where the Panthers will have 2nd down and 2 from the Longhorn 39. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here from A.L. Nelson Stadium on the campus of Tarkington High School. Panthers back out of the pistol. Handoff is in the round. It's going to go to Kelly. Kelly's got room. As he's fighting his way forward, it's going to be taken down at the 45. That's going to be a pickup of 7, and that'll move the chains for another Panther first down.
So the fake inside give and then the end around to Kelly on the end of that. And he's lining back up at the tight end position. And we're going out of the pistol this time.
Handoff. Delo around the right side, fighting his way forward, keeping the legs churning. Is going to get to midfield and is going to pick up a gain of 5. We'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
Well, we talked about Delo and how persistent he is, and how hard fought yard. Every single yard, it seems like he's been able to fight for it all season long.
Staying out of the pistol, Delo gets the ball and is going to pick up 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. 12 carries, 60 yards for Thomas so far this evening.
Well, this is the team that we've been kind of looking for these last few weeks, Alex. I mean, it's the offense really looking good tonight. The defense playing well, getting in the backfield, stopping everything Tarkington has. And the ground game has been working for them really well.
Pitch left. Delo is going to pick up another 5, give him 6, move the chains, first down. And it looks like they're in more of a rhythm than what they've been in weeks.
Well, there's more intensity down on the field, and you can just tell from the players that they're really hyped for this football game.
Handoff, Kelly. Nope, that's Wilson. Wilson is going to pick up, looks like six. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
Still
Clock rolling.
Still 8-0 in Hardin.
Panthers so far taking care of their business this evening. Trotter's going to come under center. Wilson and Delo, the setbacks. Looking out quick, has it across the 25, down to the 24. And that's going to be a pickup of 9 and will be a 1st down as that goes to Charles King.
King Charles being brought up from the JV squad recently.
Handoff round the left side.
Zella on that carry.
Looks like he picked up
good yardage, maybe 8.
That is 8. 2nd down and 2 inside the Longhorn red zone. Trotter under center. Handoff. Delo right side gets the 1st down and more. Fighting his way forward.
And the delayed inside give to Delo, bounces it to the outside. And good blocking there by Caden Billiot on the outside to give Thomas those extra couple of yards, and now it's 1st and goal.
That was a pickup of 9. No, I'm sorry, 7.
The fade
for Coates into the end zone is going to be incomplete.
I think we still have yet to see that fade work this season, unfortunately.
Only the 2nd incompletion from Trotter so far. He's 5 of 7 for 115 yards so far. Brings up 2nd down and goal from the 9. Clock stopped with 9:55 remaining in the half. Trotter under center. Shifts to formation. Delo, the lone setback. Gets the pitch round the right side as he gets dragged down from behind. That's Evans who was able to get to him.
Excellent pursuit there in the backfield from Evans, the big man, to bring him down.
Being a little testy down here.
Yeah, one of the Tarkington players had to check out, took his helmet off before he got off the field. And yeah, a flag should have been thrown. But given the score, I think the refs are giving it a little bit of leeway, even though we're still early. 9:20 remaining here in the 1st half.
3rd down and goal for the Panthers from the 9. Trotter under center, 3 wide. Quick toss, Coates round the outside, trying to get into the end zone. Pulls over a defender from 9 yards out. Touchdown, Panthers.
And the quick pass to the far flat down there to Coates, relying on his size to get him into the end zone, and it does. And the Anahuac Panthers pushed ahead further, 27-0, pending the port after here.
Garza checks in for the point after. It's low, but it is good. So at 9:04 remaining here in the 1st half, the Panthers extend their lead 28-0. As we'll be back with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Jerry's Oysters is a 3-generation family-owned and operated business located on Galveston Bay since 1970. Offering fresh, hand-shucked, and in-shell oysters year-round, Jerry's Oysters are available at your local H-E-B, or you can make a visit to their location in Smith Point, Texas. Locally sourced, high quality, wild caught, where our world is your oyster. For more information, call 409-355-2243 or go to jerrysoysters.com. Coastal Field Services, Southeast Texas' go-to company for right-of-way mowing, land clearing, site preparation, industrial commercial herbicide application, and industrial commercial site ground maintenance. No matter what your property maintenance or clearing needs are, you can rely on the professionals at Coastal Field Services. For more information, call 832-900-9800 and visit them at coastalfieldservicesllc.com.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here from A.L. Nelson Stadium, where with 9:04 remaining in the first half, the Panthers have extended their lead 28-0. Texan has it teed up at the Panther 40. Pooch kick is going to be fair caught at what it looks like the 37-yard line. 13 plays, ate up 3:15 off the clock. Panthers drove 79 yards. Trotter connected with Coates from 9 yards out. The point after was good. Your new score, 28-0 on your Swanky Insurance scoreboard.
And taking a look at that score out there, that quick pass to Coates. Good blocking outside there, looking for the number there, but I couldn't quite make it out. But
it was King.
Yeah, it was
Charles King was out there ahead blocking. Getting a catch and making a block on a touchdown. Doing good things so far. Evans, straight up Broadway, is going to pick up some chunk yardage. We'll bring up second down.
I think he did pick up 6.
Derryberry in on the tackle. 5 carries, 20 yards for Nathan Wells. Brings up second down and 4. Center's tying his shoe. Still good time on the play clock. Going to be out of the pistol formation this time. Evans real close to Johnson. Fakes the handoff. Johnson going to keep it himself. There's going to be holding as he's going to get the first down across midfield, but it's going to be back again in the vicinity of holding. At least it looked like it. And that is the preliminary call on the field.
What was that?
He dropped the mustard on the letter.
Okay,
reference.
That's a new
I heard that one in a while. So race the run by Johnson will bring up first down and 20. Or second down and 20. Second down and 15.
Well, yeah. We'll get it right eventually.
I told you I don't do well in cold.
Well, my hands are starting to get a little numb from messing around with the computer mouse. Hey, look at you coming prepared with the hand warmer. I didn't even bring a jacket.
I noticed. I was wondering about that. I was just wondering if you were toughing it out.
I'm just stubborn.
Second down and 14. We've got it right now. Second down and 14 from the Longhorn 34. Clock rolling with 7:50. And the Longhorns are going to use their first timeout of the first half. And we'll take it with them with 7:50 remaining in the first half. We'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
Back here from Tarkington High School, where being dropped in the backfield, Tyler Kelly and Dylan Derryberry convert to push them back even more. Loss of 3. As it has not been an easy night for Dalton Bottos, as Bottos has 2 carries for -7 yards. And that's going to be 3rd down, and
I can see Bessie.
I've got 17 if it was a loss
17.
of 3, but
sounds good. 3rd down, 17. Johnson now leaves Evans to be the lone quarterback as he's going to throw it up to Johnson, and it's going to be overthrown and out of bounds. And that will bring up 4th down.
well, scoring update. Buna leading Hardin 14-0 currently. They are in the second quarter over there. Another game that we're watching in the district. East Chambers leading Orangefield 14-6.
East Chambers was kind of banged up early on in district play, and they've really come on since they've gotten healthy.
Yeah, I've gotten super hot here in the last half of the district.
Leinart with a line drive kick to Henneke as Henneke's going to pick it up. He's going to make a couple moves, has room. Cuts it back to 45. Still looking. Flags flying everywhere. And let's see, he got tackled at the 48. We'll see where the flags put it.
Well, most of the time when a return lasts for that long, there's going to be a hold somewhere. We'll see what the call is. As the mustard on the lettuce. That's the announcer, they said that earlier, referring to the flag on the grass. It is a natural grass surface here in Tarkington. Surprised it's not an 80-yard field.
It is also an open-air stadium, in case anyone's wondering. I can see.
I joke a lot about it, and I'm just messing around. But the Tarkington Longhorns, I've mentioned it earlier, the preliminary snapshot numbers of enrollment came in this past week. And judging by Tarkington's numbers, they are going up to 4A Division II next season.
Good luck with that. Trotter out of the gun. Looks for coach, has him at the 41. Hook and ladder across midfield, and it's going to be taken out of bounds at the 40.
Upended, but he gets up quickly. And the hook and ladder working effectively, and there's more laundry on the field down here around the 40. It'd be nice if I reset the down and the yardage for you.
So we'll see what the flag is.
It looks like it is against the Panthers. Going to be coming back.
That's unfortunate. That was a well-timed call. We'll see where they mark off the penalty yardage. They should pick up something on the play. We're marking it off from the Longhorn 38. So that's still going to be a pickup of, it's a personal foul. So it's still going to be a pickup of 12.
Well, they're moving the chain. So it is a pickup of 12. First down.
Yeah, first down and 10 from the Panther 48. Pitch. Richardson getting his first carry is going to pick up 2. Pick up a 3 for Richardson. Brings up second down and 7.
Definitely a lot of extra pushing and shoving after the play going on.
Second down and 7. Trotter under center. Handoff. Richardson straight up Broadway makes a move.
Big room to run.
Is his best run of the year.
I believe so.
That's going to pick up 25, and that'll move the chains.
Definitely his longest run of the season. And we've seen spurts out of Richardson at points this year. The timeout being called by Tarkington.
That'll be their second timeout of the half. And with 5:52 remaining here in the first half, we'll take it with them back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
If your driveway is in need of an update, or if you're getting ready to build a new home and need some site work done, K-Max Services can take care of you with culvert installation, crushed concrete, milled asphalt, or limestone road base delivered and spread at an affordable cost. They also offer dump truck, tractor, and brush hog services. And with winter right around the corner, they also have all the firewood you need. K-Max Services, give them a call. They can do it all at 361-425-6721. From custom processing, professional guided hunts, hide tanning, and gator merchandise, Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' premier choice for any hunting adventure need. Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game. Make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Visit them today at portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart back here in Tarkington. First down and 10 from the Longhorn 26. Trotter under center, handoff. Richardson fighting his way forward, pushing his way forward. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like they got inside the red zone.
Looks like they gave him 7 or 8 on that. Looks like 8.
8. 3 carries, 36 yards for Richardson, the freshman.
I fully intend to him getting a lot more carries here as we move on, especially if Anahuac continues to separate themselves. Got to get him more touches and get ready for next season.
Trotter rolling left, throwing, and it's going to be caught by Moore. Moore's going to get out of bounds. Should be a first down.
And what could possibly be the last game of some of these seniors tonight. KJ Moore being one of them.
That was a pickup of 9 on the pass. Richardson looking to get in the, lowers his shoulder.
Gets close. Down just short, now the 2, maybe the 1.
So we'll give Richardson a pickup of 6, brings up second down and goal from the 1. As we're going to have a official stoppage here at the moment.
As you saw earlier, the commercial for Porter's Processing, deer season coming up here in a couple of days. They don't just take care of gators, but they'll take care of your deer processing as well. And they also do hogs and other wild game. And, they did a steer for our church here recently that they did a great job on. So go visit the guys over there at Porter's if you got any processing needs.
Also want to thank ABC Nitrogen Services for sponsoring the second quarter of tonight's ball game. You can reach them at 281-385-2645 or abcnitrogen.com on the web. Clock stopped here with 4:54 remaining in the first half. Panthers driving on the 1, knocking on the door.
And it looks like they're going to take a little bit more time on the field. So we're going to take another timeout, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the rest of the first half of football right after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
And back here from A.L. Nelson Stadium, we're getting back to play Second down and goal from the Longhorn 1. Richardson's done a lot of the lifting here. See if he'll get his first touchdown on the year. Trotter, pitch right. Richardson is going to be stopped in the backfield.
He's going to lose one or two. Looks like two.
It's going to bring up third down and goal from the 3. Muna has struck again as they now lead hard at 21-0. Third down and goal. Pitch left. Richardson looking for the gap to get into the end zone. Pushes his way forward and gets stopped back at the 1. We'll bring up fourth down and 1. Panthers looking to stay on the field, and they will.
Bring them down. Looking forward to hearing it.
And I'm sure the coaching staff probably getting.
Trotter, pitch left. Richardson is into the end zone for the touchdown. Richardson with his first touchdown of the year makes it 34-0 pending the point after.
Like I said, trying to get the freshman as many touches tonight as possible, getting him some experience as they move in and transition to next season. This heavy laden junior squad on this Anahuac Panther team, so there's a lot to look forward to. We'll be going over all of that in the postgame show here tonight.
Garza puts a high point after through the uprights. So 3:45 remaining in the first half. The Panthers extend it 35-0. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Hello, my name is Mark Poggles, and I'm the pastor at Community Christian Fellowship Church in Oak Island, Texas. I would like to personally invite you to join us for Bible study during the week and our church services on Sunday morning. We have a nursery for the little ones, and our church family will greet you with a smile on their face and a loving heart. Come and celebrate with us as we study God's Word and give Him all the praise and thanks He deserves. Hope to see you there. Take care and God bless. Go Panthers!
Jonas Texum has it teed up at the Panther 40-yard line. His fifth kickoff here of the first half. Gets into it straight away. End over end kick is going to bounce at the 24, picked up there. And looking for the sideline, keeps weaving back in and out. He's going to get up to the 35. And that is where the Longhorns will set up shop here for their next possession of the ball game. Darius Richardson getting his first touchdown on the year. 12 plays, ate up 2:55 off the clock, 65 yards to Panthers Grove. The PAT was good at making your score 35-0 on your Swanky Insurance scoreboard. And this is more like the Panther offense that we've become accustomed to.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those things that we were talking about during the break, and how the Anahuac Panther offense does so much better with the up-tempo run game than they have with the just taking their time. We've seen it time and time again this season where they had a great success with it, and they're showing it here tonight with a little bit more of just that just ground and pound.
Evans with the carry. He's going to pick up 3 or bring up second down and 7. I'm sorry, Wells. I don't know where Evans came from. 3:12 and counting here in the first half. Panthers probably don't want to go to halftime as they want to keep warm laying it on the field. Handoff once more. This one is going to go to Galvan.
Jason Nelson in on the tackle there.
Galvan with 3 will bring up 3rd down and 6.
Well, they got 3rd down and 3, actually.
That's what I meant, 3rd down and 3.
Reverse it.
3rd down and 3. 1 for 4 on 3rd down. Wells fighting his way forward. It depends on the spot, but I think he's a yard short. We'll see if the Longhorns decide that this is the time to go for it on 4th down.
And Tyler Kelly in there again. Man possessed on both sides of the football tonight is Tyler Kelly.
He'll be tired tomorrow at school, as I'm sure he's usually tired on Saturdays. Handoff. Wells is going to get enough for the 1st down.
And we are on the visiting side of the stadium, but we are going to try and pick up the Pride of Anahuac marching band here at halftime. They went to Nacogdoches this past Saturday, making it to the finals, placing 10th overall in the area for the 3rd year in a row. So congratulations to the Pride of Anahuac.
1st down and 10, under pressure by Derryberry, drops him. Dylan Derryberry with the pressure off the edge, gets to Johnson and drops him for a loss.
And we'll take another look at that one on the Coastal Services replay, as Dylan Derryberry on the far side over there. Be watching for that as he comes around pretty much untouched. And not sure how many sacks Derryberry's got on the year.
Feels like he's got to be close to double digits. Johnson out of the gun, 3 wide. Kelly trying to
Free play.
count this, or trying to read the snap.
And it's caught.
It is caught out of bounds.
Incomplete, out of bounds. But free play, so he had to take a shot down there on the far sideline, covered by number 3, Oscar the Magic Man Garza.
Only the 4th passing attempt for the Longhorns tonight. Clock stopped with 43 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Stay tuned for the halftime show. 2nd down and long.
Be the Gore Propane halftime show. Low light level over here, on the visitor side. Looks like they got low light level over there on the in the miniature press box, and then the bird cage over there to the left.
The cage that they put the Panther coaches in,
where they belong. No, I'm just joking.
So
I'm just giving Coach Gore a little trouble there.
After back-to-back penalties from the Panthers, it makes it 2nd down and 6. Into Panther territory from the 48. Johnson out of the gun, offset to his right by Wells. Looks downfield, has it connected and taken down. Going to be a pickup of 10.
Jason Nelson bringing him down as the Tarkington Longhorns get back to the line quickly and spike the football to stop the clock with, they were running it down on themselves here. 23 seconds is what it shows on the scoreboard. They might put a couple of seconds back on it unless he just didn't start it in time. Not sure.
First completion of the night for Johnson. Only the 3rd first down. That's the 4th first down of the 1st half for the Longhorns. Clock stopped with 23 seconds, 2nd down and 10. They did put 2 more seconds back on.
Sure enough.
Anyway, stick around for the Gore Propane halftime show. We'll have scoring updates from around the area. As you said earlier, we're going to try to get the band and stats as we have them. Boy, we do not need that wind to pick up.
No.
Johnson out of the gun, delivers complete. Dive, lay in the wood.
Yeah, you can hear that one from up here.
Only going to be a pickup of a couple.
Did definitely lay a smack. Was Garrett Dye, also a senior here tonight. We're going to keep it here. Timeout being taken by the Longhorns. Their final of the first half. And yeah, here comes the wind. You're supposed to block it. What are you doing? Move it.
No, not trying to find who's blocking it.
But you can get behind Mr. Kelly there, and then I'll get behind you, and we won't have to freeze.
That'd be the halftime show for my truck. 14 seconds remaining here before half.
Well, if it wasn't for your little hand warmer here, I mean, the fingers definitely feeling a little numb. I'm about to steal Kyla's blanket, is what I'm about to do.
She has no idea either.
Normally, I'm not a get cold, you know. I'm a pretty hot-natured person. But when that wind starts blowing, it's a different story. It kind of cuts through you.
To your credit, you are in a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah, I am. And this, you know, our new fishing shirts that we got this year are not that thick. I have, you know, got something underneath it, but it doesn't provide much protection either.
Back to action here. 3rd down and 7. Johnson out of the gun. High snap, rolling right, under pressure, going to keep it himself, makes a move, cuts it back upfield, and is going to be taken.
And Garrett Dye again, and the flags go flying everywhere as I'm going to try and go back. See if I can catch the tail end of that play to see what it was. Maybe a late hit.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be a late hit there.
As you look toward the far side, quarterback making his way down there. Pulled down, and yeah, that's going to be a late hit called on the Panthers. Number 14, Bladen Josephson on that late hit. Getting a little excited.
So the unfortunate part is it stops the clock with 6 seconds remaining. Tarkington had no more timeouts left, and that would have taken it to the half.
Like I said, getting a little excited with Bladen. A lot of the Anahuac players that haven't gotten a whole lot of time so far this season, getting some time here tonight already here in the first quarter.
Six seconds remain. 1st down and 10. The deepest that the Longhorns have been into Panther territory tonight from the 13. First time in the Panther red zone. Johnson getting the play call from head coach Toby Belt. They hurry to the line of scrimmage, out of the gun. Sets back, looks left, under pressure, throws it up, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. KJ Moore ends the first half in style, and that will take it to the half.
Keeping it scoreless, KJ Moore.
With his 2nd interception of the year.
We'll take another look at that before we go to the halftime show. To the near side down here as KJ Moore, his senior year, possibly his final game of his senior year, gets an interception as both teams go into the locker room. 35-0, Anahuac leads it here in Tarkington. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the Gore Propane halftime show.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, Insurance Agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you.
I think he's just going to be big. I know that the guy can stop.
We'll start the beat again.
The band is led by drum majors Brielle Christensen, Pablo Salazar, and Braden Bogman. And the color guard captain is Miss Savannah Desmond. The band is under direction of directors Cody Cunningham, Morgan Contreras, and Aaron Porter. Marchers of the week are our senior class. Soloists are Dahlia Pescador and Tyler Farrow. Tonight, they will be performing their UIL show entitled From the Ashes. We would like to congratulate the band on their performances at the Area C UIL Marching Contest for the third year in a row. The band has advanced to the area finals. We want to again congratulate the Pride, their successful marching season, and wish them the best for the remainder of the year. Drum majors may begin their performance when the band is ready.
No, I got it.
Yeah, she's like,
Sorry.
That was in front of the game.
It's okay. Can you hear me?
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, insurance agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports.
Welcome back to the Gore Propane halftime show. Alex out from Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here from
Wrong button there. Or how about this one? Here. That one's a little bit better for what you just did. As my partner was about to say, welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live and the Gore Propane halftime show here in Tarkington, where the Anahuac Panthers lead it 35-0 over the Longhorns. And Alex
choked up there.
Well, I mean, last game of the season, we're, kind of loosey-goosey up here in the midst of all the fans on the visiting side of this six-man stadium. But, it's been all Anahuac the first half. This is kind of the offense, as we mentioned in the first half, that we've been used to seeing outside a couple of games where they just have not been able to establish the run game. But that has been completely opposite here tonight.
Yeah, the up-tempo offense where they get into a rhythm has really come into play tonight. Logan Trotter not having to do too much, really relying on the running game and a bevy of running backs who have handled the load for the Panthers tonight. And all of a sudden their offensive woes come to an end in the first half of play here against Tarkington. But, coming into the ball game, we talked about the importance of Hardin pulling off their first victory of the year. They are trailing at halftime 22-0. So the Panthers are holding up their end of the bargain. The Hornets, on the other hand, are dropping the ball.
Well, I mean, you can't sit here and say that it wasn't expected, right? It was a tall order to hope that Hardin pulled out a win. But kudos to Buna for taking care of business over there. I mean, they got another half to play over there. Anything can happen. However, the odds are not in the Panthers' favor to make the playoffs for the fourth year in Greg Neese's tenure as head coach in Anahuac. But, the Anahuac Panthers, we'll be talking about it in the postgame show, what to look forward to next year, how many players that they'll be having to come back and all that good stuff. But stats so far, Alex, here in the first half.
Nice thing is we'll be able to catch up on that in the fourth quarter, too.
Yeah.
Stats as we have them. First for the Longhorns, rushing, the leading rusher, Nathan Wells. He's got 8 carries, 31 yards. Behind him, Tanner Johnson. Johnson's got 4 carries for 30 yards, and Michael Galvan has a couple for 3. Through the air, 2 for 6 for 12 yards for Tanner Johnson. He's got 2 interceptions tonight. Wells has a incomplete pass attempt as well. And the 2 receptions going to Calvin Ellington for 10 and Trace Edwards not Trace Edwards. It was Dalton Bottos for 2 yards. As for Panthers, there goes my sheet. Thomas Dalo, thank you, is the leading rusher for the Panthers, 16 carries, 81 yards, and a couple of touchdowns for Thomas. Darius Richardson, 7 carries, 43 yards. He has a touchdown. Camden Wilson's got a couple carries for 8. Tyler Kelly has 1 for 7, and Logan Trotter has a rush for 7 as well. 8 of 10 for Logan Trotter through the air tonight. He's got 145 yards and a touchdown. 4 of those receptions going to Quandre Coates for 65 yards and the receiving touchdown. Camden has 1 for 49. KJ Moore has 1 for 9. It's Edmonds 1 for 13, and Charles King 1 for 9. 16 first downs in the first half. They were 1 of 4 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down for the first half of play for the Panthers. That fourth down conversion hitting pay dirt from the 1, where freshman Darius Richardson getting his first touchdown of the year. And you know, you were kind of talking about it when they were feeding him the rock on that particular drive, that Greg Neese getting a lot of players integrated into the offense and the defensive side of the football, who we haven't seen maybe as much this year.
Well, at this point, you've got to be looking forward, you know, to what you have in going into next season, right? You want to get some of these younger players some more time on the field, get used to the speed of the game. And, you know, we've seen Richardson get quite a few carries throughout the season. However, we haven't seen him really carry the load as Delo has, which, you know, they'll get Delo back and Richardson will be a sophomore next year. So it's good to see that he's going to get some experience here tonight on the field and really try to churn out some yards. As long as he can take care of the football, which has been kind of an Achilles heel for Richardson, just, you know, really holding on to it and not letting the ball come out on the turf. But you know, Logan Trotter, another one, looks like he's more in his comfort zone here tonight. Not as much pressure on him to try and get the ball out because the run game has been working so well. But when he has been able to pass, it's been able to do it accurately, and the receivers have done a real good job hauling it in. Quandre Coates being one of them. Haven't really heard much out of Talon Cunningham tonight. We'll see if we can if he gets a couple of pass attempts towards his way. However, some scores around the area, and it's Thursday night, so there's a few games out there. The number 1 team in the state in 6A football, North Shore, is doing what they do, 42-0 at halftime over Humboldt, Kingwood, Dayton, Frayling, Fort Bend, Marshall, 34-7 there in the fourth quarter. Guna, as we mentioned it, leading Hardin 22-0 at halftime. A game that we're also watching from the district tonight. East Chambers leads Orangeville 21-6. They are also at halftime. In the opposing district over there, Woodville at Palestine Westwood. Right now, Woodville leading 34-23. And scrolling down to some of these other 6A games, Pearland leading A-Leaf 44-27.
Boy, Spring Westfield all over Aldi 70-0.
Well, in case you didn't catch it, we talked about it a little bit in the 5-9N Sports podcast this past week, or this just a couple of days ago, and Duncanville falling to DeSoto last week was a huge upset, as well as Barbers Hill getting an upset over Port Arthur Memorial last week. So, you know, definitely some games last week that changed the landscape of how the playoffs are going to shape out here next week as we get into the bi-district round.
Last 2 state championship 6A Division I games coming down to Duncanville and North Shore. So DeSoto has always been on that doorstep, taking it forward this year with the upset of Duncanville. And really, you got to hand it to Barbers Hill. Barbers Hill blew out Port Arthur Memorial.
They did. I mean,
46-23.
Yeah, that was not expected whatsoever. So it's going to be interesting to see what Barbers Hill does, you know, going into the playoffs. And we'll be talking more about Barbers Hill and, of course, Newton here in the post-game show, as well as Anahuac Sports Live is going to be covering some playoff games this season. Speaking of DeSoto, they are whooping up on Mansfield 49-17 there in the third quarter. Scrolling down some more. Fort Bend Hightower taking care of Fort Bend Austin 42-6 there in the third. See if I can find some more here. There's some 5A games going on tonight. Nothing really in our area or our immediate vicinity. Rosenberg Terry and Manville. Manville is winning 34-7. 5A Division II. Don't we see in our area either?
Huntsville taking a beating from Richmond Randall, 35-0.
Yeah.
Lovejoy and Melissa tied up at 7 at the half.
And we go down to 4A. Houston Cashmere trailing Houston Fur 14-0. Then Scarborough leading Washington 14-8.
All right. Well,
That's just about it. Of course, it is a Thursday night. There are some games here and there around the area. Tomorrow night, and Saturday will most districts are they'll be wrapped up. We'll be getting a full playoff picture, and we talk about all of that on the 59N Sports podcast. And if in case you looking for that, you can go over to the 59N Sports Facebook page or on the Anahuac Sports Live Facebook page where we post that each and every week. Myself, Craig Irwin, and Toby Tullis talk about football in and around our area, pretty much from Houston all the way through Southeast Texas and kind of up into the Northeast Texas way, depending on what's going on. But a lot of interesting playoff scenarios that are going to happen. And again, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stick around for the post-game show tonight where we're going to be talking about the Anahuac Panthers' future and the Texas high school football playoffs and where Anahuac Sports Live, Alex Outram and myself, will be covering. We're going to take one more break before the teams come back out for the second half, but we'll be back here shortly with the third quarter of action on Anahuac Sports Live right after this.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, insurance agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac. Anahuac Sports Live.
As the teams come back on to the field, bands have cleared, and both teams are outside of their respective inflatables, getting set here for the second half of play. Trent, not too much we can take away from the offense there in the first half. I'd say keys to victory in the second half includes do exactly what you did in the first half.
Yeah, just stick with the game plan. And, hearing that echo, I'm going to turn down the crowd mic a little bit. But, Greg Neese has done an excellent job managing the football game. They've really controlled the clock by establishing the run. And that quick hurry-up offense that they've been running tonight has been very effective against, a Tarkington Longhorn that is the Longhorn team that has really fought throughout this regular season. as, they get ready to hang up, get the basketball out, as well as the Panthers are doing the same. However, Tarkington looking to make that shift up to 4A Division II for next season as the realignment comes out in February of next year. So we'll be definitely keeping an eye out on seeing how all these districts shake out and who's going where. A lot of preliminary numbers coming out, some schools that are moving up. One of those being Shepherd. Splendora also going to be moving up. And if I'm not mistaken, Lovelady is another one that's going to be moving up this year. Orangefield barely missing the cutoff by, I think, 4 students from going back up to 4A. So they'll be staying in 3A football.
Our district should be pretty much staying the same.
Yeah, I think that there is a good possibility that Woodville might be coming back over to our district. So that would put East Chambers, Orangefield, Anahuac, and Woodville back into the same district. Talk about, we talked about, tough districts, and we saw that this district was on the decline. Not so much now. We've seen all these teams go throughout the season this year, but putting Woodville in the mix definitely makes this a pretty salty district if that's what happens.
Absolutely. We've seen that the last few years as well, as up until last year, Woodville being in the district. So should be interesting. But that's next year. We are still here in the second half as Jonas Texum has the ball teed up at the Panther 40. Panthers receive the opening kickoff here to begin the second half. Are we awaiting the referees? No, we're awaiting inflatable. Take your time there.
Could have almost used the little generator that they had down there if we weren't having to get an extra extension cord to run down to the batting cage to get our power.
Texum gets into it. End over end kick is going to come down to the 16, across the 25, across the 30, to the near side. It's going to fall forward to the 35, and that is where Tarkington will set up shop for their first possession of the second half. There's no running clock to begin the second half. Be lying if I said Trent and I didn't think about that.
Hoping more like it.
Johnson out of the pistol with Evans behind him. Hands it off. Evans is going to fight his way forward. I don't know why I keep calling him Evans. His name is Nathan Wells. So Wells picks up 8. We'll bring up second down. No, give him 7. We'll bring up second down and 3. Second down and 3. Handoff. Wells fighting his way forward and pushing his way across midfield. Is going to end up picking up 10 yards and a first down. 6 first down for the Longhorns. In the Panther territory at the 48. Wells around left side, breaking tackles. It's going to be taken down at the 40. We'll see where they mark it. Mark it the 39. That's a pickup. That's a pickup of 9. Brings up second down and 1. Pistol. Wells is going to break a tackle, is going to fall forward, and is going to pick up the first down. Garrett Dye in on the tackle after the pickup of 4 to move the chains. Longhorns coming out here trying to really run the ball down the throat of the Panthers so far. Wasn't expecting the snap. Johnson looking downfield, throwing. Ball is up for grabs, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be down to the 10. That's going to be a pickup at 25. Handoff to Wells around the left side. Is going to pick up It's going to lose 1. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 11. Pistol. Wells going to the right side. It's going to get caught in the backfield. Garrett Dye again. And on the tackle. We'll see where they mark it. They mark it at the 9. That's a pickup at 2. And that'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 9.
Trying to find a charger here for my hotspot before we go down. The one I got's not quite getting the job done.
So 3rd down and goal from the 9. Fakes the handoff, rolling under pressure, and is going to get it away somehow into a receiver's hands. There's flags all over the place. I think it was a lineman. Yeah, it was a lineman who ended up with the ball. So that's going to be some flags. As they sort things out there on the field. I have to put my hand warmer in my shoe. So they discuss what to do with the football. Leinart's coming in to attempt the field goal from wherever they decide to spot it. Clock stopped with 8:32 remaining here early in the 3rd quarter.
I think he hit a 42-yarder last week against Buna.
This one's going to be spotted from the 24, so you can mark this as a 34-yard field goal. Snap back, pick is up, and end over end kick is straight through the uprights. And the Longhorns get on the scoreboard as they drive down and put up a field goal. So at 8:26 remaining in the 3rd quarter, your new score, Anahuac leads Tarkington 35-3. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need a long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get that lot cleared and build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call today for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc. Swanky Insurance in Anahuac, Texas is dedicated to community and service. That includes saving you money. With access to over 30 carriers, Swanky Insurance will give the personal attention that you deserve and tailor any policy specifically to your needs. From home, auto, flood, and windstorm, they are the one-stop insurance agency. Call agent and owner Todd Swanky to get your no-obligation cost-saving quote today at 409-267-3115, or you can visit them at swankyinsurance.com.
And welcome back to Anahuac Sports Live here in Tarkington, where it 8:26 remaining in the third quarter. Tarkington gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. 35-3 is your score on your Swaukee Insurance scoreboard.
Leinart has it teed up at the Longhorn 40. Gets into it.
I'm telling you.
Nice kick is going to go through the back of the end zone. Will be a touchback for the Panthers, as they will set up for their first possession here of the second half.
So we'll see what kind of personnel the Anahuac Panthers put in for this next series to start off the third quarter.
Trotter is going to come out of the pistol with Delo behind him. Edmonds and Coates the wideouts. Delo off right hash is going to pick up a couple. Anahuac moving right to left here into third quarter. And that looks exactly what it was. A couple. Brings up second down and 8. Same formation. Edmonds to the near, Coates to the far. Fakes a handoff, under pressure, gets the block picked up, looking downfield for Coates, throws the triple coverage, and Coates.
He almost came up with it.
He almost did.
But it was triple covered. Edmonds was wide open in the middle of the field there. Just didn't see him. As they were keying in on Quandre from the get-go. Not fooled on that play was the Tarkington secondary.
Was there a flag down as well?
I didn't see it. On the far side down there, maybe? Yeah, it was. Looks like it's going to go against the Panthers.
And it was holding.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up second down and 19 with the clock stopped with 7:38 remaining here in the third quarter. Out of the gun now is Trotter, 3 wide. Trotter looks left, throws left, has Dye.
He's got room to run.
Dye across the 30. It's going to pick up a lot of the penalty yardage and more.
A couple short.
It's going to be a pickup of 17. Pitch. Delo gets the first down and more.
Flag down here in the secondary. Mustard on the lettuce there. So flag was against Tarkington. Penalty is being declined. First down, Anahuac.
"18 carries, 90 yards for Thomas Delo now, 17 first downs.
Oh,
high pass.
And here comes the flag from the backfield this time. And come on, man, it's not the time to be throwing a bunch of flags and stopping the clock.
Not ideal. Not ideal, Trent.
the new sound effect on the on that audio capture soundboard that we got here, brand new. Only got to able to use it twice. Hopefully we get to use it some in the playoffs here in the next couple of weeks. You can program them. There's 4 different ones. So there's crowd noise if you want it.
Oh, that's good. That'll come in handy. Flipping the call. We'll back him up 10 yards. Be first down and 20. Trotter under center, 3 wide. Rolling to the near side.
Steps up
Avoiding
pocket.
pressure. Delivers, and it's going to be in and out.
Just a little bit behind Coates there in the middle of the field.
It's going to bring up second down and 20.
Be nice if I kept up with the down in the yardage. Messed up on the quarters earlier, too.
Dalo, left tackle, has him around the face mask.
Not quite. Almost looked like the back of the helmet.
Maybe it was the back of the helmet. So, gets a pickup of 5. We'll bring up third down and 15. Dalo close to the century mark. Shifting on the line, Trotter under center, pitch right. Dalo trying to find some room, just doesn't have any. And it's going to be taken down after a pickup of 3, and that'll bring up fourth down.
First time the Anahuac Panthers are going to have to punt it away tonight.
That is true.
Trying to burn up the clock despite a couple of pass attempts. And the flags.
It's pretty good. Dalo set back to handle his first punt of the evening. And snap goes awry.
He's going to have to do something with it. Nowhere to go. Tries away somehow.
Trying to keep making moves. He started a long way back, though.
Yeah, he did.
It was going to take a lot to get there. It only looks like he still lost a yard on the attempt. So turnover on downs. Stops the clock with 4:59 remaining in the third quarter and gives Tarkington their best field position of the ball game as they're getting it at the Panther 40.
An update in Hardin 28-0. Buna. Not going to be denied the 4th playoff spot out of District 10 3A.
First down and 10. Johnson out of the gun, offset to his right. Under pressure. Gary Berry hits him from behind. Ball's on the turf.
Oh, don't know about all that.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
I'm going to go back and try to catch the end of that on the Coastal Field Services replay. So let's take a look at that one as the snap comes back under tremendous pressure in the backfield. Gary Berry coming off the edge, hit. And his arm was coming. I don't know. His arm looked like it may have been coming forward. I don't know.
Yeah, when our defender hit
it doesn't
forward.
matter at this point.
Incomplete pass nonetheless. Second down and 10. I apologize to those of you from Tarkington listening to it. Handoff. And going to be stopped in the backfield. Tries to pitch it, but the whistles had been blown. That's going to be
loss of 1
somehow.
Yeah, giving him forward progress almost to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to bring up third down and 11. 1 of 5 on third down this evening for No, I'm sorry. 1 of 6 on third down this evening.
It's just the judge. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Judge. Clock rolling. 4:15 and counting. Third down and 11 from the 41 of the Panthers. Johnson out of the gun. Rolling right. Trying to avoid pressure. Unloads downfield.
Almost another intercepted.
Almost intercepted twice. KJ Moore got a paw on it, and then Jason Nelson tried to come down with it.
Yeah, both of them in there. I'd expect the Longhorns to be going for it on this play. But KJ Moore almost coming up with a second interception tonight.
4th down and 11 coming up for Tarkington. They're 1 for 1 this evening on 4th down. Clock stopped with 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. I cringed when you said the 1st quarter went fast.
That's what we get. I mean, it's possible we get out of here by 10.
Johnson under pressure, rolling right, has a man, it's going to be complete, and
almost.
Boy, the second effort, I think.
Yeah, I may have gotten the first.
That's 1st down.
Yeah, it definitely is 1st down.
That was a pickup of 11. They marked it. He had to get to the 30, and that's where he got.
What? Okay. High snap, put it on the turf, and it's come up by number 15 of the Panthers. Dylan Derryberry comes up with the football.
So they get the turnover nonetheless.
Off the high snap. Unable to control it, puts it on the grass, and the Panthers create another turnover to add to their stack of them for the season. Defense playing excellent tonight.
So Trotter bringing the offense back onto the field. 3:27 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 1st down and 10. Out of the gun. He's offset by DeLo and Wilson. Coates and Edmonds, the wideouts. Comes to Coates. Coates across the 40, across the 45, and it's going to be dragged out of bounds after a pickup of 14. Give them 15. Move the chains. 1st down.
And the district's leading receiver keeping his numbers padded. So hopefully that he stays that way.
From the 49, Halo across midfield. It's going to be taken down at the 45. It's going to be a pickup of 6. He gets over the century mark, 22 carries, 103 yards.
I don't know if you saw it, but there's great vision there by DeLo to see that hole and patience to, just bounce right back into his right-hand side over the guard and get that extra yardage.
2nd down and 4. Trotter under center. Handoff. Wilson on the inside trap is going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A little extracurricular down here on the sideline among the number 20s of both teams.
We've got an officials timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:31 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Your score, 35-3 Anahuac. Back on Anahuac Sports Live.
Want to know Anahuac's best kept secret? The Crawfish Hideaway is just that. From fresh Cajun boiled crawfish, shrimp, snow crab, and even homemade gumbo. While you're there, be sure to try their famous fried gator bites or boudin egg rolls. Starting in December, come get your bug on at 400 Miller Street in Anahuac, 409-267-6060, or find them online at crawfishhideaway.com. The Crawfish Hideaway, proud supporters of Anahuac ISD and Panther Athletics.
Back to action here from A.L. Nelson Stadium on the campus of Tarkington High School. 3rd down and 2 to go for the Panthers from the Longhorns 44. Trotter under center, shifts men. Dalo with the pitch, right. Gets the first down and more. Move the chains for the Panthers. And more importantly, keeps the clock rolling. This one straight up the gut, finding his way forward, picking up more yardage.
I call him down by contact, even though one of the Tarkington defenders came up with it.
Pick up a 7. Trotter looking downfield. Ball's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was King. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Getting the play call from the sideline. Clock stopped with 1:33 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Nine seconds on the play clock. Motions die out. Offset by Richardson. Quick pass. Coates completed. Has the first down. Moves the chains after the pass and catch of 6.
Let everybody know that we are going to have basketball action soon. All the coverage will be on Anahuac Sports Live's YouTube page. Boys and girls varsity basketball here in a couple of weeks. Practices have already started. I think a couple of scrimmages have already been done as well.
First down and 10, line of scrimmage to 22. Richardson is going to be
hard.
Met at that line of scrimmage and dropped. Will bring up 2nd down and 10. If the Panthers keep it on the ground here, should be the last play of the 3rd quarter incoming. 2nd down and 10 from the 22. Richardson, the lone setback. King and Dye, the 2 wideouts. Pitch left, Richardson cuts it back upfield. It's going to pick up a few, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
They're going to give him at least 3.
Trying to see where they marked it.
They are trying to get off another play before the end of the 3rd quarter here. Less than 10 seconds to go. And they will get at least 1.
3rd down and 6.
Oh,
Richardson
wow.
cuts it back into the end zone. Touchdown from 19 yards out.
What a great design play there. The fake pitch off to the far side and then handing it off up the middle to Richardson in for the score. And Anahuac continues to dominate on the ground.
The Panthers put up 6 more. And adding on the point after here as we head into the 4th quarter. Garza gets into it through the uprights and good. So as we head into the 4th and final quarter of the season, the Panthers lead the Longhorns 42-3. We invite you to stick around. Back on Anahuac Sports Live.
Gore Propane, family owned and operated by Jimmy and Renee Gore, has been servicing Chambers and surrounding counties since 1998. Gore Propane is the go-to company for all your propane needs, offering competitive pricing, tank sales, lease, residential and commercial propane sales, and bottling. They also offer automatic route and will call propane delivery for your convenience. Senior and veterans discounts available. Call Gore Propane today at 409-389-2245. Jerry's Oysters is a 3-generation family-owned and operated business located on Galveston Bay since 1970. Offering fresh, hand-shucked, and in-shell oysters year-round, Jerry's Oysters are available at your local H-E-B, or you can make a visit to their location in Smith Point, Texas. Locally sourced, high quality, wild caught, where our world is your oyster. For more information, call 409-355-2243 or go to jerrysoysters.com.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Kyla Hart back here for the fourth quarter. And that is going to start with a kickoff from Texas. After the Panthers take 3:26 to drive 69 yards and put up a touchdown as the third quarter expired. Richardson with his second of the ball game. Texas gets into it. End over end kick is going to be bobbled. And it's going to be recovered by the Panthers. In on the recovery, Charles King.
Hey. King Charles getting all kinds of action here tonight in Tarkington.
Just like that, the Panthers set up in great field position.
Man, and I caught the tail end of that for the replay. But the muffed kick. And now it is Anahuac Panther football. As they're probably going to check in some of the younger players here shortly.
See Lanferman coming into the huddle.
Baylor Lanferman, his senior year. His senior year. So get some senior action tonight.
Nye and Lanferman, the setbacks. Now Lanferman, the lone setback. Delay goes to Lanferman as he's going to pick up a couple. We'll bring up second down and 8.
Dye staying into the football game as well as Lanferman. Tyler Kelly also out there.
Imagine we see somebody other than Trotter under center here by the end of the ball game. Pitch right, Lanferman has a seam, picks up a few more yards. We'll bring up third down.
Looks like they're placing it at the 25.
So that was a pickup of 2. We'll bring up third down and 5. I'm sorry, pickup of 3. Bring up third down and 5. Handoff Lanferman as he's going to get the first down and more.
So good hole created up front by the Panther offensive line.
25 to the 15. That's a pickup of 10 for Lanferman. Move the chains. 22nd first down of the ball game for the Panthers. First down and 10 out of the gun, or they're going to go out of the pistol now. Handoff, Lanferman, straight up the middle, fighting his way forward. Is going to get just past the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah, maybe 2 on the play. So they can get a first down here. I got second and goal showing on the screen. The first down marker right around the 2.
So yeah, they spot the ball at the 8. So it's actually a pickup of 4. Pitch right, Dye this time. Around the corner, getting the end zone. Touchdown.
And Garrett Dye getting a touchdown for his last football game as an Anahuac Panther. Him and Lanferman both carrying the load there after the muffed kick and the recovery. The Anahuac Panthers extend their lead. Okay, let's text them for the extra point here. I was looking.
It's been Garza all season with Texan handling the kickoff duties. Now Texan coming in. High snap. Trotter looking to go somewhere with it and just throws it away. Good play by Trotter. Clustered play. But with 9:24 remaining in the ball game, the Panthers extend their lead as they're now up 48-3. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Coastal Field Services, Southeast Texas' go-to company for right-of-way mowing, land clearing, site preparation, industrial commercial herbicide application, and industrial commercial site ground maintenance. No matter what your property maintenance or clearing needs are, you can rely on the professionals at Coastal Field Services. For more information, call 832-900-9800 and visit them at coastalfieldservicesllc.com.
Back here from Tarkington High School, A.L. Nelson Stadium, where Jonas Texum has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line.
East Chambers, 28-6 over Orangefield.
Boy. And now it's their defense really stepping up. Texum gets into it. End over end kick is going to fall to the 11. Going across the field. Cuts it back up field now. Is going to be taken down at the 30.
Now Pham on the tackle.
Nine. 16. The goal.
Yeah.
9:16 left in the ball game. Panthers have this one in hand, and you talked about some of the kids coming back next year. People who are going to have expanded roles. Darius Richardson is one of those. As Wells making his way forward is going to pick up 9. Darius Richardson going to be a big part of this program here over the next few years.
You would expect so. He's got some burst speed. And as he grows and matures, you can expect him to only get better.
16 carries for 71 yards for Nathan Wells this evening. Charles King, as we said, coming up from JV, making a difference in tonight's ball game. Handoff.
As you mentioned Richardson, he's down there on the sideline right now talking to Coach Gore, and he's just as tall as all the coaches down there.
Yeah, it's like he has to grow into his body.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, kind of mature a little bit and catch up with it. But, going to be a big part of the offense moving forward. And we'll talk about, what to expect. I mean, there are a lot of 11s in the grade column for the Anahuac Panthers. Oh, big hit by Brooks Henneke in his final game of the year, laying some wood there.
Man. Mercy.
Let's see if I caught
Jake
that one in
Matos
time.
didn't see that coming.
So, going back to the Coastal Field Services replay, watch Brooks Henneke here. I mean, big hit there for the senior.
Picked up a couple, brings up 3rd down and 3. Wells finding it hard, pushing his way
Campbell.
forward, but a host of the Panthers are going to take him down at the line of scrimmage.
Like I said, Caden Campbell getting in on that one that time.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Longhorns. But no, you're used to a lot of senior-laden teams. This is a very junior-laden team.
Right, and that's, you think about it, when you have a senior-heavy team is when, things start to really produce for a football team.
End around is going to get enough for the 1st down.
Brooks trying to get another big hit there. He's headhunting a little bit. And, why not? You got 6 minutes, almost just under 7 minutes left in your football career. Just leave it all out there on the field.
1st down, 9th first down of the evening for the Longhorns. But also Logan Trotter coming back. He has a year under his belt.
Right.
He's got Coates and Cunningham coming back. Braden Edmonds coming back, the wide receivers that have been doing so much of the work this year. Handoff Wells straight up Broadway is going to get taken down after a pickup of 6. Jason Nelson in on the tackle. And then so many of these defensive players coming back, including Tyler Kelly, Jason Nelson,
looks like they're only going to lose around 7 or 8 seniors. And Bladen Josephson on that tackle at the shoes.
3rd down and short now for the Longhorns. But going to be quite a few on the defense who are going to have to stand up next year.
Oh, yeah, there are definitely some holes that they're going to have to fill, some leadership roles on the defensive side of the football.
Free play is going to be caught after the offsides. It's going to be a completion. 21.
Flag on the play was against the defense where he waved off, and that's good.
Wait for a long
down.
10th first down of the ball game for the Longhorns. Johnson hands it off to Wells. Wells is going to get tripped up after a pickup of a couple.
And it looks like of 8 or 9 seniors, around 5 of them starters, most of them on the defensive side, like we just mentioned.
So Coach Neese is going to have to figure out who's going to be replacing some of these starters. Handoff Wells is met at the line of scrimmage. Is maybe going to get a yard. 19 carries, 80 yards for Nathan Wells. But you still have your place kicker in Oscar Garza, who has been handling point afters. Jonas Texum will be back for his senior year.
Well, Jonas is an exchange, so he will not be back for the senior year. But yeah, Oscar Garza's there. King Charles on the deflection there and the coverage. No. I know it's confusing. You look at it on the roster sheet, and you want to say Charles King, but it is King Charles.
My apologies. You could have said something earlier.
Nope, I was just going to let it go.
It only took me 2 years to learn how to say De La.
Well, 2.5 is kind of halfway through this.
That is true. That is true. First down and goal from the 5 for the Longhorns after the offsides. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. And the ball got to Wells, and Wells is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown from 5 yards out.
So the Longhorns finally getting into the end zone tonight. 3:55 remaining.
Nathan Wells, the senior and leading rusher for the Longhorns, was determined to hit pay dirt in his last football game of the season, or of his high school career. Leinert on for the point after. Through the uprights and good. So with 3:55 remaining in the ball game, the Longhorns have scored their first touchdown. Your new score, 48-10. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drugstore has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drugstore offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drugstore, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
Now it's out from Trent Hart. Kyla Hart back here from Tarkington. As the Panthers will get the ball back, looking to run the rest of the timeout. Leinert has it teed up at the 40. Gets into it. Pooch kick is going to be taken at the 30.
Heard the whistle. Not sure what it was for.
I don't know, because I thought he muffed it, but
It was Tristan Garza, the would-be returner.
and it looks like
Yeah, here comes the. Was wondering there for a second.
Brad Coates, Ryan Velasquez into the game. Trotter still in. Brooks Henneke in. Dye Richardson. Tristan Delo in. Inside handoff to Dye, goes straight up Broadway, fighting his way forward as he's going to pick up 12 and move the chains.
And the extracurricular keeps on happening after the plays, something that is all too familiar this year. But it's a little bit of both teams' fault there as we wind down the season for both teams, and you got to expect the seniors, there's some frustration on both parts, you know, when it comes to these seniors and it being their last game and not being able to go into the playoffs. 3:42 remaining in the ball game.
It's going to turn out to be on both sides of tonight's contest.
Looks like this one, I thought it was going to be offsetting, and it's not. It's going to go against Tarkington there. Personal foul, 15-yarder, and the first down.
So first down and 10 from the Longhorn 43. 24 first downs on the evening for the Panthers. Bladen Josephson checks in for Tyler Kelly. Josephson and Dye, the lone setbacks. Pitch Josephson. No, I'm sorry, that's Lanferman.
Getting good yardage is Lamperman.
Did he get 10?
Close to it. It is second down and short.
So Lanferman with another 9. He's got 28 on 5 carries. Brings up second down and 1. Stay tuned for the Chambers House postgame show. I want to thank Four Corners Tires and Oil for sponsoring the fourth quarter. Handoff is going straight up the middle. That was Lanferman. Four Corners, 812 Miller Street, 409-267-4444. Also want to thank Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that in the third. Unfortunately, sorry about that, Josh, but appreciate all of our sponsors this year.
Great sponsor of Josh and family, a great sponsor of Panther Athletics. Does a lot for the community along with Four Corner Tires and Oil. Great sponsors that we have here on the network.
I took the wife's vehicle over to Four Corner Tires and Oil last Saturday morning before we headed off to Nacogdoches. They took care of an oil change and a quick tire change for us before we left, as Brooks Henneke gets the handoff close to the first down. I think they're about 3 short, but Lisa and company over there at Four Corner Tires took care of us quickly, got us on the road, and we got there safely. And so a big thanks to Four Corner Tires and Oil. If you haven't had a chance, go over there. Competitive pricing is compared, to oil changes, in the big city. So definitely go and get your oil changed at Four Corner Tires and Oil.
Shop local, support our sponsors as they help us put these games on the air for everyone to enjoy. Trotter under center, lone setback is Lanferman. Lanferman left corner is going to pick up a few more.
Got the first.
He did pick up the first, and that will do it.
Have to run one more play.
An overall shellacking tonight from the Panthers against the Longhorns.
I missed the extra point.
Panthers are going to go into victory formation. As takes a knee, and that will do it. The end of the season comes to the Panthers, unfortunately. But what a way to go out and set up yourself for next year. 20 seconds remaining left on the clock, and it's just a matter of the time ticking down. Teams starting to walk down midfield to go and high-five each other, as your final score tonight will be 48-10. Stay tuned for the Chambers Health post-game show, as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you by ABC Nitrogen Service Corps, Chambers County Deputy Constable Josh Kayla and family, Anahuac Florist, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, The Beginning Mexican Grill, Community Christian Fellowship Church, Chambers County Abstract Company, Chambers Health, Coastal Field Services LLC, The Crawfish Hideaway, Desmo's AC and Refrigeration, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Gore Propane, Hannah Cody Realtor, Jerry's Seafood Incorporated, Julia Luna Real Estate, K-Max Services, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Amber Villarreal, Insurance Agent with State Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Turan Lawn Care, Swanky Insurance Agency, Whack Attack Lures, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart back here from A.L. Nelson Stadium here in Tarkington, where we've gone final. The Panthers have defeated the Tarkington Longhorns 48-10. We welcome you into the Chambers Health postgame show. And tonight really was a show of what the Panther offense can do. What they had done at the beginning of the season, had a hiccup there in the middle, and then turned it back on the last game of the season to send these seniors out in a good way and set themselves up for next year, ending the season on a good note.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they have, like we said, around 10 seniors, I think is what I counted on the roster. Half of them starters. Best of luck to all of the seniors of this football team and what they tend to do in the future, whether it's going to college or finding a job, whatever the case may be. Best of luck to them. But lots to look forward to, especially when it comes to next year. This team is going to be, super heavy when it comes to seniors. I can't even begin to count them all, but there are a ton of juniors on this football team. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens. This is that class that went undefeated in 8th grade. There's always been a lot of excitement over this class and to see what they can do here in the future. So next year has definitely got some promise, and we'll see what they can do, Alex.
Looking at stats for tonight's ball game, first for the Tarkington Longhorns. Leading rusher in tonight's ball game was Nathan Wells, as he had 20 carries for 85 yards and the lone touchdown for the Longhorns. Tanner Johnson had 4 carries for 30 yards, and Michael Galvan had 4 for 17. Through the air, it was 5 of 12 with 2 interceptions for Tanner Johnson tonight and an incompletion from Wells.
I'll get it.
A couple of receptions for Galvan for 36. Stovall had 1 for 21. As for the Panthers, leading rusher in tonight's ballgame, Thomas Delo, he had 113 yards rushing on 24 carries. He did have 2 touchdowns as well. Not to be outdone by Darius Richardson, who had 10 carries for 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Camden Wilson had a couple of carries for 8. Tyler Kelly had 1 for 7. Trotter 1 for 7. Lanferman 7 for 36. Dye 2 for 22 and a touchdown. Henneke had a rush for 7. 12 of 16 for 183 yards and a touchdown for Logan Trotter. Quandre Coates had 6 receptions for 86 yards and a touchdown. Camden had 1 for 49. KJ Moore 1 for 9. Brain Edmonds 1 for 13. King Charles 1 for 9. And Garrett Dye 1 for 17. 26 first downs on the evening for the Panthers and 1 for 1 on 4th down. So, it's bittersweet. Obviously, you come out and play a fantastic ball game tonight, but just knowing what could have been if a few different plays go different in a couple different games, could be sitting pretty right now in the district. Instead, for all intents and purposes, Buna, and in fact that game has gone final. Buna has defeated Hardin 34-6, and that has eliminated Anahuac from the playoffs.
Well, you can sit here and go over all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas when it came to, certain plays going one way or the other, and the way, you come out and having expectation to win one game and not end up doing it. Just sometimes the season goes that way. It's every season you're not going to be able to be perfect or even make the playoffs. I mean, it's up and down. It's a roller coaster. And the Anahuac Panthers have had, some really good years over the past 3 years. And this is not a bad year by any means. It's still a winning record. There's disappointment from not being able to make the playoffs this year. I know that the coaching staff, the fans, and the players, especially those seniors down there, are plenty disappointed. And it's same to be said for the Tarkington Longhorns. I mean, the Tarkington Longhorns, their last year in 3A Division I, moving up to 4A Division II next year. Like we talked about earlier, it's going to be interesting to see where all these teams land when it comes to the realignments. We'll find that out in February. Be sure to tune in to the 5-9N Sports podcast with myself, Toby Tullis, and Craig Irwin. We're going to be talking about all things Southeast Texas football. Monday night, we'll talk about all the playoffs. We'll have the brackets filled out for you and everything like that. As you can see this on your screen, some of the scores that have went final tonight. The East Chambers Buccaneers, that's a big one right there, beating Orangefield 28-6. They'll lock the second seed. Orangefield will be the third seed. Woodville beats Palestine Westwood 34-31. Woodville will be the second seed over there. So they will meet Orangefield. East Chambers will meet Palestine Westwood. Kirbyville will meet Buna. And that wraps up at least this portion of the bracket. We'll see where everybody else lands also as well. But want to run down. Go ahead, Alex.
No, just want to make sure everybody who enjoys listening to us, make sure you stay tuned to our social media. We will be continuing on into the playoffs as we will be picking up with Dave Campbell's Texan Live and the NFHS network. So please tune into that. And as always, we are able to do this because of our sponsors. So going down our sponsors this evening on the last ball game.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we shout out to all of our sponsors who have constantly supported Anahuac Sports Live, especially this is our fourth year doing it. It has been an absolute pleasure, and it wouldn't be without the support of our community. Title Services Incorporated, Anahuac Florist, ABC Nitrogen Services, Four Corner Tires and Oil, Anahuac National Bank, Gore Propane, Wilcox Drugstore, Chambers County Abstract, Jerry's Seafood, Porter's Processing, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, the Anahuac Area Chamber of Commerce, of course, the Gator Fest every single year, a great supporter, Swanky Insurance, Julia Luna Real Estate, Coastal Field Services, The Beginning Restaurant in Anahuac, Crawfish Hideaway, State Farm Insurance, Turan Lawn Care, Desmos AC and Refrigeration, Hannah Cody Realtor, Chambers County Health, Josh Kayla and Family, KMAC Services, and Whack Attack Lures. An overwhelming amount of support from sponsors this season, and we thank every single one of you so very much. Like I said, stay tuned to all of our social medias for who will be following throughout the football playoffs. Thinking about, Anahuac or maybe Barbers Hill or even Hampshire Finette. I mean, get on our socials to send us a message. Tell us who you want to see Anahuac Sports Live carry throughout the playoffs. But other than that, we'll have basketball coming up, and of course in the spring, baseball and softball as well.
That's going to do it here from A.L. Nelson Stadium in Tarkington. It is the final game of the season for Anahuac varsity football, but they go out a winner. Alex Outram speaking on behalf of my broadcast partner, Trent Hart, reminding you of the final score. Anahuac has defeated Tarkington, as I'm freezing, 48-10. Thank you, everybody who tuned in this year. Have a good night, and so long, everybody.